Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. I kinda left myself off in a very awkward position, it so seems, so now we're gonna have to figure out how to get out of this mess. And I will be honest, I did spend a little bit of time playing around with how I was gonna play with this turn before doing this recording, so I think I'm in the clear. I think I am, but it remains to be seen if that's true or not. But I realized that my strategy of trying to do the hit and run tactics against Grimgor, while probably effective at eventually wearing down his troops and doing damage, is probably going to hurt me more than otherwise simply because my lord is going to suffer a lot of negative traits just because I keep retreating with him. The game is not really built to encourage that type of playstyle, even if my army may want to do it that way, gain a bunch of free damage in with no risk to them. At least I'm assuming I'm assuming that's the case. On top of the fact that it does not, it doesn't align with what I want to do with multiplayer when I eventually get to it, as I don't think there's a hit and run option with your entire army in multiplayer. Call me crazy, but I don't think that's part of the mechanics. But nonetheless, we still have to deal with Grimgor, and I will have to reconsider my tactics for the preceding turns, or at least for the next occasion I try and put myself in this situation. Otherwise, our Savage Boys are busy garrisoned, which I want to believe the damage I did is definitely paying off well here. Although, let's see, Battle of Liberius. Okay, this is related to some earlier battle. I'm just trying to figure out why, if that's significant, if there's any reason I should care about what turn it was. Either way, I know where the army is. I don't know exactly how far they can go. Okay, I'm relatively safe if I jump over here. And I have a maxed out army, probably a bit cheap in terms of fodder that is, but still could work out. I want to believe. And otherwise, let's take this city back that is so rightfully mine and that they had to backstab me for. Although, I knew they would come back and get me at some point because after all, I did scare them off in the first place. I'm pretty certain they have a bit of a grudge, and they're not even dwarves. Alright, what else? I have Queek to move. I moved the assassin up there. We have these guys to kind of pin down and punish. And Queek is replenished. And this allows an opportunity to maybe grab this the Dwarf Gouger. I'm going to have to see how likely it is for me to succeed with that mission. But otherwise, we need to figure out where I'm going to put my Doom Engineer. That might be beneficial. Maybe I go all the way over to Vampire Lands to help spread my Under Empire. I feel like that could be useful if done right, as I'm pretty certain at some point I'm going to grab the Bitterstone Mines, and especially since I'm going to be pushing the Krasik 8 peak next, so expanding my Under Empire is not going to be beneficial there. I won't argue. Otherwise, let's see. Ooh, there's a Chaos Warlord there, Exalted Hero. Gotta keep an eye out for you, and if I can, I want to slow you down so that way Queek can ambush you. Perfect. I will take that, and you also got a level in. And again, it's a question of what spells are really good for me here, because its Howling Warp Gale is kind of specific to air units. So I don't think I want it until I know I'm going up against air, and it's hard to really say. I have to pay more attention to see how effective these two spells are. I just know Crack Call is quite expensive for a wind spell, so I'm really hoping it's effective when I do get it, as I think I only used it once or twice with my original engineer that sadly had to die on me. Due to my own stupidity, of course. And otherwise, we have Grimgor to deal with, and even... Go on, be angry. Hopefully, you suffer some good old swamp attrition. I would like that. There. That avoids some of that said attrition, but I want to move as far as I can if you will let me, as I'm hoping that Grimgore is going to get slowed down as well. Like I said, I did test this out, experiment a bit. And I believe it's possible. I think I'm relatively safe just because Grimgore is also slowed down by the swamp. And if I'm really lucky, if I'm really fortunate enough, he might also suffer attrition damage in the swamp. But I can only dream there. Otherwise, who else needs to go? Or is that everyone? That looks like everyone. What about cities? I don't have much money, but I would like to continue developing. Food, without a doubt, I want to keep getting, but I need to build something that kind of conceals me some. And this should allow me to max up my food reserve, ideally, once I get built. Although again, my plan is to come up to Krasik 8 Peak pretty soon in the near future. So I don't want to invest too much in this Under Empire if it's just going to get replaced. But let's see how lucky we get. Alright, here comes Grimgore. And like I said, I would like to harass him and chip him down, but it ultimately is probably not very helpful, but for the sake of eventually getting my warlock out of this mess, I may want to cripple him anyway. It's just for future engagements or situations I might reconsider doing this. But his loyalty's maxed out. I don't have to worry about him rebelling, at least. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can damage their army a little bit more. Actually, let me have a good look at the layout of the land. I have good high ground here, which could be useful. Although I might have to back up a little bit. It's only catch to make sure I immediately retreat when I do this. I could regret this, but it worked out the one time when I backtracked, and I'm aware of it now as a result of that. It's just, again, this is more of a single-player campaign type of strategy that I'm utilizing. But if we could still defeat Grimgore with just my Warlock Master, that is still an amazing victory nonetheless. Now, we do have a good high ground vantage point. The border's way over here. That's going to be a bit of a trick. But it works out pretty well. My Ratling Gunners can use it pretty well. My Clan Rats or Storm Vermin can hang back here. And my Plague Claws can just move back towards the border since they don't rely on line of sight as much. I don't know if it affects their accuracy, if I'm so honest, but it is something nonetheless. And I want to take full advantage of this height. Although, it's going to be tricky to do. Because it is, after all, sloping downward, it seems like a little bit. Not perfect. Oh. Interesting echoing effect with the Jezzails, I gotta say. That was not at all expecting. And we still get kind of a height advantage here, which I'm okay with. Now again, I want to be ready to retreat when it's convenient. I just don't know where to put my Clan Rats. Warlock, you get there. Maybe we'll see if you can do a little bit of damage, and I don't even think I'm going to have the Clan Rats just do anything. Besides, just back up. I'm hoping this is not a mistake. But I did this before with good success. It was just off camera. And just for that alone, let's just get these guys moving back, as they're going to be getting in here pretty quick. That's another thing I'm going to have to consider, is how small this map is. And these guys don't run either, which is going to be a bit of a problem. And at the end of the day, I don't really care about the damage too much. It's just making sure that they survive. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work as well as I would like. If they have a lot of mounted units that cause problems. And I don't know what hotkey it is to withdraw, but that's okay. Let's move the spears. Clan rats, get ready. And they're not quite in range, so maybe I am in okay shape at the moment. Let's just get everyone in firing position and... yeah, just start shooting. If you could do that. Yeah, just fire at these guys as much as you can. Ideally. And they're gonna break really quickly. Yeah, if I could just cripple you, that would be great. Good. Now start retreating these guys, I guess. Since I think I did enough damage as is. Oh, Jezzail's might be a little bit too close for comfort, though. We'll see what happens. Run away, please. Now, if you could run away like you were supposed to, that would be nice. I don't know what's wrong with my Jezzails, why they're being stubborn. It baffles me a tiny bit. But it's a little bit damage on a dang clan rat, which I'm fine with. Not a big loss there for doing a lot of damage to... well, I don't see the trolls on here, dang it. I thought I did more damage to the trolls. Interesting. Because it registered the damage I did with the clan rats, unless that has something to do with the regeneration that they have. Which would be really sucky if that was the case. That was definitely not worth it, just for the clan rat damage. That is unfortunate. I should survive still, right? I should, right? Yeah, he just chased after me, but... I'm not liking this. Oh. Well, this is convenient. Stupid little git. They do have a shaman or spellcaster. I don't know what Paragon is, and why I just suddenly got it now, but okay. Alright, they have two spellcasters. Savage Orcs, Biggins, Night Goblins with Fanatics, lots of Boar Boys. They got a lot of big guys. Now I just gotta plan out how I'm gonna fight these. As I do have two spears, but without shields they... well, with shields they should be fine. We should be okay here. We dealt with worse. It's just a matter of getting the most out of my units, but they have a lot of large creatures. But at the same time, I have friggin' the Council Guard to help with that. But without a doubt, that's probably where I'm weakest. Dealing with the giants, dealing with the Boar Boys. It's going to be a bit problematic. But they're the aggressors, so at the end of the day, they're going to come to me. that is what that insinuates. And have warp lightnings to help deal with the giant. I just gotta be better about controlling my warp players and rat ogres, ideally. I think that's the most important thing, and I am missing one squad of clan rats at the same time. I got one of them killed off, alas. Alright, quick. And his council guard there. Census bearers are set. I would like to have both my spears on the right, if I'm so honest. And then just keep an eye out if they try to readjust. If I'm smart about it. Night runners. I would like to harass with you, without a doubt. Just don't know how well it's gonna work. Especially with a lot of boar boys, let's be honest. It's not going to be a best, so it's probably better over here when you have open field and the rat ogres to help out some. I don't want to get too aggressive just because of them alone. And slaves, you just do what slaves do best. Be good fodder. Oh, we even got gunner runner slingers. Have I always have you? I thought I replaced them. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I got 2 sets of them. Never mind. I completely forgot about that. So maybe I can get a little more aggressive. It just depends on where all their cavalry is the big question. More Skaven slaves, storm vermin can be useful. Just more defensive purpose and frontline bolstering. Now let's actually get our groups assembled, because that would be pretty important. Alright. It's been a while, so I'm trying to remember what my hotkeys were. But we should be good here, hopefully. Let's just see where they're deployed and work from there. Ideally, I want to shoot the giant. Since he's coming this way. Now, can we engage these guys? Get everything moving, redeployed. Get them on over there. Can we do some damage to these guys? That'd be kind of nice. Now, can we wreck these boar boys really quickly? That would be kind of nice. Okay, you're just attacking as per, so I don't even need to do anything. Alright, Skaven slaves, you do your thing. Nope, squig hoppers, we don't like them. But we have storm vermin for that. I just gotta remember my hotkeys, that's a bit of a problem. Rat ogres are getting wrecked. They're not supposed to stay in a fight, I gotta remember that. So just please run away then. Although they are crippling this boar boy squad right now. Which is fine, and I gotta remember I have clan rats. Alright. Good time to get these guys all dead. If I can do this properly. Let's just debuff everything, although I don't know where all the fighters are, to be honest. And hopefully my range units are doing what they need to. Because I would like you to get out of the way. Council Guard are just fighting simple boar boys, so they should easily win. There's the Lord, let's fight him. And help out the Storm Vermin with that said. Now, if we can just avoid the Ogre, that would be nice, because these guys will do just fine. Or the Trolls, rather. The Giant, I mean. Took me a couple of tries, but I got there. Now, Clan Rats, they're doing fine. Oh, those are the Storm Vermin, never mind. Or the Council Guard, even. And Queek's doing his thing there. Since his bears are getting wrecked, so we need to back them up. Now, get on there. Yeah, go after the Wolf Riders. I don't think you're able to, if I'm honest, because of your speed, but... maybe you could backstab. Oh. Get back on your weapon, please. I don't know if you were just being harassed, which is why you stopped firing, but... ideally stop shooting. Or ideally get to shooting. Okay, Storm Vermin are the Council Guard are currently after them. Yeah, go after the Wolf Riders if you could. Giant's getting wrecked. I'm fine with that. And we're about to lose Clan Rats. Okay, that's fine. That may have not been a good shot, though. But Queek's doing fine there. I think he's doing fine. But we're losing a little bit of troops at the moment, even though the Troll's about to fall. War Boss has been intercepted. We got Clan Rats to help with the Goblins. And if the Giant's down, I want to go after the Wolf Riders, ideally. I just gotta rally my troops, so that way I don't think I have enough actual fodder units, and the Council Guard died to the Shaman. Which is not at all what I want. We do have Firmus Fowler, at least, to help in this regard. Nope. Yeah, things are going really bad right now. If only they could be a little bit faster at killing these things, but I guess they weren't really meant to fight them. I thought you used Firmus Fowler, but we are still sort of winning this. I'm just doing, again, a bad job controlling this. And I haven't been using Ancient Conduit the best, have I? 1 power per 5 seconds, that's good. Alright, we're about to win this though, despite maybe this being sloppier than it needs to be. But a victory is still a victory. And that's all that matters, and it's a question of how many units did I lose? Because, yeah, I definitely did some stuff sloppily. I need my Rat Ogres probably to be a little more responsive and deal with any attacks in back. And I think my Slingers weren't supposed to deal with the Black Orcs all that much, as they're kind of better at harassing the lighter armored Orcs, which, in all honesty, I don't think there was really lightly armored units besides other Goblins, which I suppose they could have done decently in. I lost my storm vermin. I lost my census bearers. Definitely not a good victory for me. I definitely need to work on that. Especially since they're still alive. And now they're bringing in another army there to fight me, even if it is a weaker army. Now the big question, is it possible for me to take them both on? Because I can't slow you, that would help some. We still got a long ways to go, but it'll make this a bit of a tense back and forth fight. It's just, I gotta gain enough ground to actually get victory eventually. It's kind of the most important thing. Alright, what do we have here? Overseers noticed that Skaven slaves have recently been less productive. An investigation reveals that they are avoiding certain shortcuts because of ominous noises from the depths. Dispatched to investigate, your lord returns with news of an abandoned laboratory. Inside there was a single artifact. A box producing very unsettling noise indeed. So we get an artifact, causes fear and terror. Loses loyalty. Pay a finder's fee. Although all my units have max loyalty, I'm fine. Oh, this is for my warlock. Okay. That is fine. Regiment of Renown, Wheels of Doom. Although I think it showed that I got a negative trait, dang it. Which is a little unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix that. I need him to be potent enough to take on Grimgore somehow. And this will allow me to get food, but what is... I'm currently at 50 discoverability. I probably didn't even need that, to be honest, I'm just realizing. But it means I can get away with more, perhaps. Now, Queek, how are you looking on your army? Despite the fact I had to kill off 2 of my elite units, I guess we're doing okay. Oh well, it just means I can replace them for more experienced troops, which I suppose is a good... It's never really a bad thing for me. Now, do I have enough health to kill you off? Although I guess it comes down to if I slow you down successfully or not. Good. Increases any slowed effects on them. Yeah, they are crippled and all their units are like nearly dead, including their leader. And I did regenerate health. And lightning strike's available, but we don't need it. It's just unfortunate of all the lost units, sadly. Work in progress, learning in progress, at the very least. Now, who do I give these upgrades to? Actually, let's see. That increases leadership. Nah, none of these banners are really useful for the Warp Lightning Thrower. So we'll just give it to the Rat Ogres and just clean up this mess. Alright. Now that their war boss is properly dead this time, we can clean up the scraps, hopefully. Keep getting treasure, keep getting money. Yeah, their army's completely gone now. Perfect. Definitely messy, but it makes it all the more enjoyable, makes it all the more tense. It's just a matter of still, at least playing efficiently, and reducing upkeep's a good route to go next. I am just suffering from attrition damage here, and I don't like it. Let's ideally fix that. And it won't be long now till everyone's all maxed out on their health, which I'm looking forward to. It's just a question on how I'm going to continue to build up their experience with that said. As you're done here, you also got a level up. So let's enjoy Crack's call and hopefully we can benefit off it.
Too weak to betray.
Alright, so this is the Warlock Master. After his combat and other effects. He does have a negative trait though, we gotta keep that in mind. And I would like to unlock as many spells as possible that are useful. And from what I remember, Scorch had a really narrow arc. I don't think it's too beneficial for me, alas. At least for the moment until I get an opportunity to play with it more. But you were leveled up. The Chieftain got a level. I don't know how good he is as a bodyguard, especially when I should have got him training. But... And they just fully regenerate, because of course this is their territory, to be fair. Master Engineer. It's fair. I guess there's not much I could do about it, but I am not suffering attrition damage. I'm just wondering why they're not suffering attrition damage. That was kind of the whole point while I was in here, if I were serious. Otherwise, well, you can't say no to that, can you? 9 more levels till you are maxed out. It's just a question on how we max you out. Without a doubt, we get you the Assassin's Trophy and go from there. And... Oh, didn't I just level you up? Oh no, this is the other Warlord. Okay. For some reason I thought it was the Warlock that got it. That's fine. Now I'm curious, what are you capable of? Fine, don't tell me what your army consists of. You're playing hard to get, and I don't like it. I could steal technology, that could be useful here. I don't want Under Empire. Wait, yeah, because I'm going to take this back pretty soon. Combat permitting, I guess. Either way. Oh god. Really? I don't want attrition damage. But I guess I don't have much of a choice. At least I'll replenish all that attrition damage easily enough. Can I reach them next turn? Maybe. Oh, just now it decides to tell me what their armies consist of, although, let's be honest, we already know. I'm just more curious on how much health they have, how much they replenished in this time. That's what I'm honestly curious about. Alright, so we can make it into the water in some form. I don't know if this is actually a good spot. I don't know if they can cross over water or not. I think so. I just don't know what the rules are for the Under Empire spreading. Otherwise, I need a bunch of poisons before I can get up here. I got the cheaper hero cost. I like it. Skaven slaves, I don't really want more of them, although they could be useful for my logistics army. Making them cheaper and actually make them a little more combat efficient. And it's only 3 turns for crying out loud. I guess I'll go with it while I start building up the rest of my tech for the other research options. You can get to tier 4, but let's see how my Lamia and all the other regions are going. So it'll still be a while till you get to food's surplus 4, it looks like. You are building up nicely. Without a doubt we get more money. And a bigger garrison is probably a good idea too. Especially since I am getting 100 income off this. 25 turns and I get my money back. That seems like a worthwhile trade. What else is there? Just higher level, what is it? Scrap heaps. Get them going. And fortified entries. Yeah, just make these things more resilient for when dang savage orcs decide to come visit more. And you got the wall I want, right? Or... You are... No, you're not the settlement that I want. Level up. It's the Misty Mountains I fortified. And I don't even have the money to fortify you. That's fine. Let's just get some money out of you then. With that said... I am just wondering if there's anyone else we've yet to move. Yeah, we're leaving you there. Okay, assassin, good thing I checked. As I would like you not to waste your move. You're doing a very important role by checking to see what the savage orcs are up to. Alright, I think we're done. Although, could it be awkward dealing with Grimgore now? The dang gits are stealing from me. And I don't like it. They're also raiding, but I think I can maybe deal with them. Or do I go to Urkun here and take that? Honestly, I think I'm okay going over and not dealing with the vampires for a while. It's Grimgore I'm currently at war with. Oh, burnt a lot of movement there unnecessarily. So, interesting. I figured I could have just disembarked here. Alright, maybe the vampire's out of the question then, considering the amount of time it takes just to go over there. I figured I could have just gone into the water, but I guess not. And what is the size of your army? Not very large. Which means we could slow you down a bit and eventually eradicate you, right? And I am regenerating quite a bit. They cannot run, they cannot hide. Although, until I'm garrisoned, I can't. Yeah. I can't get more potent troops just yet. Which is fine. This will be easy enough to clear out. It's just you I'm worried about. You are an omen to more trouble. Now, where the heck is Grimgore? Unless he's trying to ambush right now. Okay, there's Grimgore. He just teleported over there. Which means I have permission to just eradicate these villages behind them. I just don't have the movement quite yet. I think that should be enough, and if I garrison, I should be okay. Ah, I ended up burning too much movement. I thought I had enough there. Oh, did I? Somehow I lost one of my plague claw catapults, dang it. So that retreat definitely was not worth it. I'm trying to figure out how that happened, but okay. Because they were like the first ones to leave, so I thought. That is a costly one, and another reason why I'm not going to try that again. That little hit and run tactic. And I would like to cut... Yeah, I would like to get my engineer in the squad. Who do I remove? As I don't really have Skaven slaves. And I know they're all cavalry, so let's just get rid of regular clan rats with that said. So the engineer can get in here. It's a bit... Yeah. It's saying it's a 50-50 chance. I don't quite have the spell selection I would like with my warlock. But I think we can do this. I have... Well, really, I don't have as many spears as I thought I would. Oh, never mind. Actually, I have 4 spears. I'm just confusing the regular clan rats with the spears. Alright, we're okay. I have a ton of slingers to back them up. And rat ogres to maybe sandwich them if I do it properly. Can we make this work, though? Can we wipe them out? off the face of this godforsaken world, huh? And in its place, ooh, interesting. I gotta be able to harass them with the slingers, otherwise they're gonna use this choke point against me, even if they are cavalry. But this has a lot of potential. And I like to use it. Now, slingers are going to hang in front and hopefully force them to come say hi. Although, rat ogres are going to have an awkward time. But we'll make it work somehow. Oh yeah, I already had you guys in position. So let's do that. And more clan rats, because why not? We're going to swarm them with bodies and bodies of rats. Since I don't have much other... Yeah, I don't have much other choice with this army. I just want it to be cheap, efficient, and able to take care of things in the background. Ideally. Now again, it comes down to, can I force them to come into the choke point? Will I have the better range to allow for it? And actually, I probably should rotate my camera like this to have a bit of an easier time getting a view of the battleground. So they kind of have the same range as me. So let's keep that in mind. Let's get the shooting going and see how this works out. I do have shields, which do help. If only a little bit. Alright, Death Frenzy, you do your thing. Although, sadly, boar boys are not attacking my spears. Only problem there. But if the slingers do this thing, that would be good. Can we continue trying to crush them, though, is the big question. Hard to really say how this is going. Because the war guys... Oh, yeah, it's a choke point. Who am I kidding? Not going to go very well for him, but let's take out some boar boys here with the lightning. I don't know if that was aimed the best, though. Yeah, that wasn't the best shot aimed. Alright, get these guys in there. We'll deal with the arrow boys, because that should work out well. And my slingers will provide a good amount of support. And it's boar boys going on to spears, which I'm okay with. If I can make this work more somehow. Now, can I get another good shot here? Expendable rats are still expendable. There, that's much better. Upwards. I need extra spears, which sadly I do not have. They are slowly dying. Let's get my lord in there. Since I don't think he's been doing a whole lot, alas. And boar boys are getting fought off, which is good. I can live with that. I don't know if Dent Frenzy is a good idea on just a single lord, but he's probably the most powerful unit I have at the same time. Alright, slingers, keep doing your thing. And rat ogres, since you clean up that mess, let's go after the lord. Hit them where it hurts. Right in the morale. Although it doesn't look like we're going to get to do that now with the boar boys here. It is a bit of a cramped mess. Now deal with the boar boys while these guys finish off the rest over here. Now, this looks like a good shot here. If they stay still in there a moment. Boom! That looks like a good shot, if I do say so myself. And that was enough to tip the scale. Now, if only I had more range weaponry for this choke point, that would have been really nice. As I still lost more troops than they did. Which of course goes with the territory due to the fact they had so many boar boys. But 113 kills means little when you only did 300 gold worth of damage. I am curious how my rat ogres did. They were fighting mainly boar boys and not much else, which I hope was a decent enough use for them. Yeah, 700 and then 320. I guess that's not too shabby. And then gunner runners paid for themselves easily, as well as the warlock. Terrifying Mask of E. New rank, new city, looted and occupied, alas. But we dealt a massive blow to their strength, and I will happily take it. Recruitment costs, don't know if I care about that so much unless I buy them for my other army, which could be an idea. I like AoE Death Frenzy though. I like that potential. I just actually need to invest more time to really plan out how to get the most out of my spells for future endeavors. Otherwise, how are we looking at settlements? We are looking pretty good so far. Karasorn is basically having nothing going on. The dwarves still refuse to fight, which eventually they are going to attack me, and I'm going to have to deal with that before I have to deal with them before they become too much of a pain or problem child. And I have some settlements here which I do need to upgrade. And I still have money for more upgrades, ideally. Oh yeah, I just took it back, so we might as well do that then. Get it back to its former glory before they decide to attack me again. Otherwise, only thing I really want now is to get the Lamia and my headquarters to level 4 and then level 5, which is going to be a little bit while for our city here. Yeah, 7 turns just to get to food 4, but it's getting there at least. All in a matter of time. But otherwise, I want to get more money, because why the hell not? And I actually can make more rubbish pits? Is that possible? No, I can't. You had me excited for a moment. I'm just wondering, what else can I get? It probably doesn't hurt to have access to storm vermins, since it is only a tier 3 building. So I should hang on to that for just that alone. Don't have to worry about repairing. We can get a commitment. Yeah, public orders dropping. We will have to try fix that, and I can get a bunch of growth. I did not want to end the turn, dang it. Well, that was definitely an interesting turn. For what happened there is Grimgor and Cetra both got a nice little skirmish over here, as well as another army of Khemri. Cetra got completely demolished, alas, but this follow-up army, King Eraharos, decided to finally take out Grimgor. Although they'll be back, but this gives me some time to take advantage. And I'm going to take advantage indeed, because we're within striking range of the floating village. We can grab this border for ourselves. Where's Morgrim? Okay, just up top here, which I'm also next door to. I like this plan. We get an easy, secure of the province, I want to say. And I don't need to tell you how simple this will be. Alright, like I said, nice, simple. There was a lot of trees in the way though, which made it really awkward to actually benefit from my range weaponry. Yes, occupy. Make it our own. Shield of distraction. Passive effect. That reduces accuracy, which is kind of convenient. I will take that. And increase research rate all around. Can't say no to that either. It seems quite appropriate even for the Warlock Master. Otherwise, you take a break. And since you are a garrison, I could try and recruit my other warp. It would take 4 turns. Do I really want to wait 4 turns though? Especially when I can grab Morkheim, which is a little bit occupied or garrison, but I want Queek to get his Dwarf Gorger if I can afford it. If I could be permitted to grab it. And you are pretty easy to kill, I'm not too worried. Yep, another easy battle, and it's even an ambush to add on to it. I do wonder how much of that damage was self-inflicted, since I could get ridiculously close to their army. I was almost quite literally in melee range by the time the battle even started. And when you consider I had them completely surrounded, I worry my warp lightnings and slingers did almost as much damage to me as they did to our orky friend. Still fun little time waster for me, I guess. I would love to finish you off. It's kind of required. And at the same time, I do want to get the Dwarf Gouger. I think this is one case where it's worth just auto-resolving. As it would take so little damage, it probably doesn't matter. Shrieking Blade, Fear and Terror. Quick kind of already causes fear, but it's a problem with that. Yeah, sadly I'm going to take a bunch of attrition damage. Alas. Now, reduce upkeep more for more money, because why not? And how are we doing on you? Nah, we're almost at Deadly Onslaught, although, well, armor piercing and base weapon damage is still pretty good, but what would I like to throw on you? Just a larger aura, I believe, since you're not really durable by any means, if I were to be serious. So I don't think you're kind of meant to take the hits. And that just gives me overcharge effect, which isn't a big deal yet. If it makes it cheaper, that's a different story, but alas, it does not. Success there, I will take it. Do need to be mindful I'm burning a lot of money doing that. Especially if it has a very small chance of succeeding, but I do want to find some settlements up here I can settle in. So maybe Stone Mine Tower would be a good candidate. Otherwise, let's go pay a visit to our savage orcs. I think it's time to try and finish him off. Once and for all. I can get a level 4 settlement here. Not all that important, if I'm to be honest, but it still is a valuable place as it gives me food. And just upgrading garrison in general would be nice, but I do need to prioritize based on where they might likely get attacked. If I'm serious. Nope, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's get more money from you, that's good. I want to buff up Lamia, ideally. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm not really getting a lot of monies here, but I don't know how that would affect my trade opportunities. Since I'm a little oblivious to how the trade is even managed, because I have a lot of resources. I think I'm getting good money. I just don't know if that's true or not. With the one trade agreement I have, no less. Which is not really saying a whole lot, I guess, when you think about it. And I guess we'll get you started on being fortified. And next few turns we'll try and take out Morgheim, which looks like it's an undead settlement more than anything. And that's probably because it was, as there's vampiric corruption here. Alright. You are maxed out there. I think I want you to go deal with our savage orcs, ideally. If that's at all possible. Knowing my luck, they'll take a boat and backstab me again. Which is what the assassin's gonna be for. To at least get that intel ahead of time. Otherwise, I don't think I need to worry about repairing you yet. And otherwise, let's check our settlements. I don't have the money for really anything else anyway. So I think we're good. Just check my lords and heroes. Okay, we're good. Steel technology failure, that's fine. And I got my own technology. Making progress in the world. Now, what's the desolation here? They got another army built up, but it's a pretty basic army at the same time. I just need units that can help buffer, or at least work with my chieftain or warlord. Ideally. And with them garrisons, it's going to be tricky to do that. Otherwise, let's make our way towards over there. We might have to set up camp for a couple turns. I was gonna say a couple days, and that may not entirely be wrong, but I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time preparing my army and regenerating, recouping. But with Grimgore down and any serious threat kind of they're all eliminated. I do have some time to take advantage of this momentum. I just don't know what to do with you, my assassin, besides kill more Grimgore's lackeys. This is just a bad place to go, is it? Judging by the movement pattern. Our warlock level, I will happily take it. I want AoE Death Frenzy, because why the hell not? And let's just teleport over and see about taking this settlement. Would have been something if Grimgore was just sitting right there waiting for me, good god. And this is a maxed out garrison at that too. Gotta be careful with that. We can siege it for a good long time. That might not entirely be true if they get Grimgore and army over at Dragonhorn Mines, or the mines, which is why I should try and scout that. And see what I can do about this kingdom. No army. So I got permission to do whatever the hell I wish, mostly. And I don't know how effective my army currently is, but we have Death Frenzy, that's good. Let's see, I don't care about standardized firing drills, but increased mobility is good. And how likely is it we can even take you out? I think the answer is not very well with my current roster. They don't have like cavalry at the very least, which might be what makes a difference here. If I use my rat ogres and slingers properly, that is. And yeah, I was wondering if they would show me a cooldown, but I guess not. And at the same time, I could get some regiment renown. Or what do I have available though, since I did lose one, let's be honest. 6 turns. I would like to get to Doomwheel, but from what I've learned, I'm probably not very good at using these things just yet. If I'm so serious. But I would like to play with you and have the means to. You are what allows Queek to be as powerful as he can be. Again, it just comes down to me utilizing you properly. And eventually, I guess, replacing most of my clan rats with storm vermin, too. Otherwise... honest question, do I settle here or not? Because the further away I am, the more easier it is for me to benefit from it, I think. But I do want vision to see what's going on around the world. Sad days indeed. Now I'm going to leave that be for now. It does provide vision at the very least. But I am curious about my Undercity down here. Because I probably need to enhance you, don't I? You already are fully upgraded, okay. And I'm trying to remember what this does. Give me income from the settlement. Which I seriously should consider doing. Saving up for. Just gotta watch for discoverability. I can only upgrade one more time. Until I get my other empires expanded, then when I demolish this, then I can benefit from more, hopefully. I think it's the plan. Just upgrade one more time, and hopefully I'm getting decent money out of it. I just wish I knew how much money I was getting out of this city. If there's a way to figure that out. 531, which I want to believe is from this city here, as I don't have that anywhere else, right? It doesn't give me money just for having under Empire, I'm hoping. And I don't really have much Alteras, although gain extra levels for Rat Ogres could be useful. But I do like my Night Runners and Gunner Runners still. That's still useful to get. No, I don't need to repair that yet. That's fine, and we'll save our money for next turn. Otherwise, who else do I move? I think we're set. More stealing technology to buggers. And Wog Azag. Where are you? Nowhere I care about, thankfully. Recruit the following type of units. Okay. Very interesting. Do I have to get all of them? It would be nice if you gave me this reward before I actually buy these units, dang it. Because once I buy them, I don't think I want them anymore is a bit of the problem. I see a bit of a flaw here unless it only needs one of them. Which I do plan on getting a Plague Claw pretty soon. With that said, I don't know how likely I am to get Dwarf Gouger, but that's probably going to be a plan for next episode. With that said, let's take the remaining... well, we can't quite take this yet, I'm pretty certain. Ooh, that is really tempting, but as I learned, I am not well equipped for dealing with them. Because my guys do not climb up ladders the best. And it's a bit of an awkward mess just trying to get in there. So what I think I'm going to do instead is just wait a couple turns for these towers before taking it. Nope, that was not what I wanted, damn it. I guess we're doing this regardless. Well, I managed to handily take care of the battle, but it was still messy, and it's probably a case of what people say, that the sieging of, what is it, just assaulting the fortress needs some retuning or reworking, as I didn't really want to do that battle. But we got it done regardless, and I do have food. I almost want to go all the way to rank 5. But we'll stick with rank 4, I think. This will be a nice fortified settlement for me if I do it right. And then we can get a setup, and this will be a good staging point for me, especially since it is swamps, which, even though I didn't see Grimgore taking attrition damage, it can be useful for me to fall back in. I want to believe. Now, I do have to repair all this stuff, too. But we'll work on that in a moment. I would like to harass you, because we can do that. Weaken your army, weaken your troops. Cheat the system, as it were. I don't know about making them slower, but you're certainly making them weaker. So good job on that there, Ickbolt. Now,
Stink of command.
I am fully regenerate. Well, not quite, but I think we're good regardless. Oh god. Maybe let me just do regular move, because apparently I'm taking attrition damage just going up there. And maybe what I'll do is just take a leap across with the undertunnel, if it'll allow me to go through the water, and prepare for a siege on them next turn or two. And commitments available, which I like. I don't need to worry about food as much, but reduces the cost of structures, which I think is good enough for me. And we got a lot of money in that siege too. Now, let's upgrade this. That only increases it by 20 and hopefully gives me some noteworthy income. And we have Undercity here, Under Empire, which I can also start building. And you're the one I want. Is it me or do I have an extra structure here? Oh, that's the laboratory doing that. Because it's a Doom engineer, of course. And I am wondering, I can go to this without worry. Yeah, only plus 40 discoverability, so we'll start there and then see about adding stuff in. That works for me. And next few turns, Queek hopefully will have a nice fancy weapon to utilize. Hopefully. And actually, I still have plenty of money. What do I want to upgrade most? I don't know if the dwarves can actually undertunnel down there into the desert, but that is something I will have to seriously consider. And I am getting food off you. I'd like to do more, but let's fortify this settlement as much as we can. Because Grimgore will be back, even though he's very limping right now. So making this as strong as possible is going to help in this regard. And I do want to repair you. No, I don't want to demolish. I just want to repair, but repairing is costly. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's not bother. That's probably going to be too much hassle for me. If I'm so honest, but it will be a nice staging point for me when it does get built and ready. Since it's already level 4. Cost me a little bit of food, but I think we're good. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.